So today, instead of doing the Shloka Sangraha, we will be going through the explanation of the auspicious day today. So what is the day today? Everybody knows it is Ratha Saptami. So Ratha Saptami, the day is Magha Masa Shukla Paksha Saptami Tithi. So seventh day of the bright fortnight. Bright fortnight means going towards Paurnami. Okay, so the bright fortnight, Shukla Paksha, and the Masa, the month is Magha Masa. So for this we have to understand what is the significance of Surya Devata and this Tithi. So first let us understand Surya Devata. For that let us talk about Devata first. So this idea is unique as given in the Vedas. All of us have individual capacities to see, to hear, to think. These individual capacities are called Indriya in the individual. And there is a total capacity which is present in the creation, which is called the Devata. This total capacity alone is distributed to the individual based on the individual's prarabdha. You can see some of them when they are born deaf. Ears will be there, physical ears will be there, but they are born deaf. Because the capacity of hearing is not there. So we should not confuse the physical location, which is otherwise called Golaka, to the actual capacity. Capacity is different. So how will you think about it? Just imagine, all of us have power in the houses, electricity. Okay. The electricity alone comes from the central government, the power and resource ministry. They distribute our electricity based on our requirement and based on how much we can pay. Right? So our requirement is so much, we should also be able to pay for it. So the electricity is distributed. So somebody is in charge of distributing the electricity to individual houses. Similarly, the Devata is in charge of distributing that particular capacity to the individual for the individual to use. And this capacity is given to us. We are born with the capacity, right? To hear, to see, to think. We don't create the capacity. We are born with it. So therefore, this is Devata. Now how Surya is Devata? So Surya is one of the Devatas. There are many Devatas, Agni Devata, Vayu Devata. Surya is one of the Devata. And what is he presiding over? He is presiding over many things. So two important things. One is your eyes, the capacity to see. And second is the capacity to discriminate. Otherwise we call it as Viveka Shakti. He also is presiding over health, prosperity, and knowledge. The brightness that you see indicates knowledge. And this knowledge comes only through Buddhi and Viveka Shakti. Viveka Shakti means the capacity to discriminate. That all of us have because we are human beings. We are different from the other animals. We have the capacity to think and discriminate. So therefore, Surya Bhagavan is in charge of this. Today, what is so special for Surya Bhagavan? He comes every day. He is the one who is in charge of, making the sun, the rising of the sun. Actually rising of the sun in the sense rotating of the earth, the sun becomes evident to us, right? And the sun's rays are there. There are certain rays which are good, certain rays that are not so good. But for us, it is not good. So therefore, the sun is there. So there is a presiding deity who takes care of the order. That is also Surya Devata. What is special today? Today is a day when he gets his chariot, the Ratha. That is why it is called Ratha Saptami. And this chariot is used to turn his direction from southeast to northeast. You will see the sun also change the direction. That is south. And before today, you will see the sun will be on that side, this cross. And now it will move slightly this side, here. This movement, we call it as northern solstice or Uttarayana. So today the movement is done by sun using Ratha. Now Ratha, what is the significance? So if you look at Ratha, the significance is there are 7 horses for the Ratha of Surya Devata. Surya Devata indicates time also. Okay, the time principle. So the wheel of the Ratha is having 12 spokes, each spoke indicating 1 month of the year, and the 7 horses indicate the 7 days. So how time is very significant, that also one can come to know from the Ratha. So what do we do today? Whenever we have Devata, it's like a minister. When we want something from that particular ministry, we have to put a request letter to minister. Similarly, we know what is the power we get from Surya Devata distributed to us. So we are first grateful and thankful to Surya Devata that he has distributed this capacity to us, and then with that gratitude we also request that we need to maintain this capacity. Anybody can lose the capacity to see or capacity to think at any point in time. So therefore this prayer is done today, being auspicious, and he is pleased this day. He is more pleased if you take bath in the morning, getting up 1.5 hours before sunrise. And also a specific vidhi is there. If you take bath, then punyam is got. Punyam is basically a merit that you get for the deed that you have done. And you also can do dhanam. Dhanam means contribution. It can be either through money or it can be your own service in any form. That dhanam is also very auspicious. If it is done, it will also accrue the punyam or merit. Apart from that, all of you would have done or will be doing Surya Namaskara with Surya Namaskara mantra, or you can also chant Aditya Hridaya Stotram, which is part of Ramayana, Aditya Hridaya Stotram. So that can be chanted. That is all basically worship of Surya Bhagavan. So one worships. Here Yajna also had taken place this morning, Homa. It had taken place for this particular auspicious occasion. The other aspect of Ratha is the charioteer, Surya Bhagavan, here indicates the absolute reality, Brahman, who is present in all of us as pure consciousness. And this Ratha here indicates the body-mind sense complex, the 5 koshas, the body-mind sense complex. Now, the rotation of the Ratha can be taken as a person who is an instinctive personality, not having any discipline. I can wake up anytime I want, I can be anyhow I want, anywhere. From that person, the person becomes a disciplined person. And a disciplined personality is very much important for our spiritual growth. Otherwise, spiritual growth is not possible. You do how much ever asana, but throughout your day, if you are not disciplined, spiritual growth is difficult. So that turning rotation also indicates going from an instinctive personality, Ratha, your body-mind sense complex, which was going towards instinctive personality, slowly withdrawing, changing the moment to disciplined person. We call it as Samskrita Purushaha. Prakrita Purushaha means instinctive personality. I'll do what I think right now. If I want to see mobile phone, let it be Maitrimilan or whatever I want to see. That is called instinctive personality. Animals are instinctive in nature. So we are very close to animal. But if we are disciplined people, we know, okay, this is what should not be done now. You don't do it. That is a disciplined personality. So that is very, very important. This also indicates that change. So these are the basic significances of Ratha Saptami. One can contemplate and pray to Surya Devata so that we have the material benefit and also the spiritual benefit from praying to Surya Bhagavan. Thank you.